Ohayo, my name is Minamitoku and welcome to 9 Hours, 9 Persons, 9 Doors part 19. Welcome to a new beginning basically, because when you start the game up again, it starts here, but now you can go to, well, you can press escape or menu and then you can go to flow. They actually got a story tree inside here. So here we see this was our first decision, whether we go through door number, what was it, 4, 5 or 3 I guess, and we went all down to here. So we experienced the safe ending, which you can see here is the safe. So let me go back to where we actually need to do our first decision. 4 and 5 doors. There we go. Even with the specter of death hanging over them, the discussions continued for some time. And they continued.
I thought we were finished with that topic.
Oh, also, I changed to English voices. They sound weird.
But then what should we do?
We should talk it through.
Oh my god, enough! All we're doing is talking!
Santa threw up his hands, his voice filled with irritation. Was this there before? Also, sorry, I have a sore throat, so yay.
Talking won't solve anything! It can't help us find our way out of here! You really sure you want to just sit around? We've only got 7.5 hours left. We already wasted 1.5 hours of our 9 hours.
Everyone there was already on the edge of panic. What Santa told them only made that feeling more intense. No one was willing to argue this time.
You're right.
Very well then. There's only one way for us to proceed.
Sure not gonna be fun running around knowing we gotta jump when Zero says jump.
Well, it's stupid to just sit around here doing nothing.
Wow, Clover's voice is weird too.
Thanks to Snake's card, at least we have some idea of how this all works.
Yep. I don't know.
Correct. And so long as we all follow the rules, we will most likely be all right.
Ah. There it shows. Snake was part of this before.
But
But what?
who's going to go in which door?
June looked toward the numbered doors.
Oh yeah, that's right. We can't have any more than 5 people in one door.
Yeah, it was only 5 and 4. Sorry for not remembering. It's
All
that
8 of us
good.
can't go in the same door.
Then it would seem we will have to split up.
Wait,
Lotus looked
I'm telling
terrified.
you now, there is no way in hell that I'm going into door 5.
Come on now, don't be selfish.
Call me whatever the hell you want. I'm not going in there. If I'm going to have to walk through all that blood, then I'd rather stay here.
Oh well.
And we were doing so well.
He shook his head sadly.
Sorry, but I ain't going in there either. Someone else can go into door 5.
Oh, Santa, not you too.
Hey man, I just bought these shoes.
Yeah.
You think I'm getting some creepy dude's blood all over them? You got another thing coming.
Also, it's interesting that with Japanese, you had the text boxes down here. And now with English voice acting, the text just shows up over all the screen and it doesn't appear in text boxes. Why would you do that? That was the last
What the hell,
drum.
man? Weren't you the one who kept saying we should get going?
Yeah, so? Doesn't mean I wanted to go into door 5.
Yeah, because you would stay new shoes.
Oh, God.
There was an awkward silence. Finally, 7 spoke.
Fine, I'll go into door 5. I can't go in there alone though. Anyone else willing to come with me?
There was another long silence. This time Snake was the one to break it.
I'll go.
What?
Don't worry. You'll be fine. We may part now, but I'm certain we'll meet again later.
Sorry, I'm just laughing at the voice acting. Not that it's bad, it's not bad, it's actually really good, but I'm just not used to it yet.
How do you know that?
Because I do.
That's not an answer!
And here, yeah, it's showing that Snake has gone through this before.
If you're going, I'm going too. I'm going into door 5.
He knows all about it, and if you know the safe ending, then you know that Snake has been part of it. And yeah, it shows since the beginning and we didn't even notice.
What am I going to do with you?
There's nothing you have to do.
A step
If I
forward.
join you, the problem is solved, correct? 7 is 7 and Snake is 2. And if you add Clover's 4 and my 1, the digital route will be 5.
7
Yep.
plus 2 plus 4 plus 1 is 14. The digital root of 14. 1 plus 4 is 5.
Yep.
Oh, it works perfectly! The 4 of
Yay.
us can go into door 5.
Wait. What about the other 4? What's their digital route gonna be?
It's gonna add up. Junpei did a quick mental calculation.
Lotus, Santa, June, and me. Our bracelet numbers are 8, 3, 6, and 5.
Yep.
8, 3, 6, 5. What would our digital route be?
11, 17, 22, it's 4.
8 plus 3 plus
See,
6
it's
plus
already
5
marked
is
because the
22.
game
So,
remembers.
the digital root of 22, 2 plus 2 equals 4.
Yeah. Let me just go through door number 4, because that's what we need to do for getting the true ending. He repeated what
It's
he
4.
determined.
Add up our 4 bracelet numbers and the digital root is 4.
Yep.
Then we can go into door 4.
Then let's
Yeah.
go.
That worked out well.
So the team assignments will be like this.
Yeah, I
7,
know.
Snake, Clover, and Ace. They would go through door 5.
Yep. And the rest
Lotus,
will go
Santa,
through
June, and
door
me
number 3,
will go through
4.
door 4.
Yeah, let's do that,
Are these
because
really
this
the
is
teams I
exactly
want?
what I want now.
Beyond door 5 is what remains of the 9th man. I never want to see that thing again, but something's telling me that it'd be a good idea to examine the corpse, even just a little closer.
We already did that in the
Of
last
course, if I
playthrough,
went
so...
through door 5, I wouldn't be
Yeah.
going with Lotus and Santa. I could bring June with me through door 5, but that means she'd have to see the body in there. I don't want to put her through that.
Yeah, then don't...
Should I stay silent and go through door 4?
We
Or
won't
should I
do
stop
that.
them and
No, I want to go through door number 4. As he turned his options over and over in his mind, Ace spoke up.
All right then. It seems we've reached a conclusion. Shall we go?
Yes. He began to walk
I'm
towards
going through door 5.
Clover and Snake followed of 7 a short distance behind.
We're over there too, right, Snake?
The door's not going anywhere. Slow down.
Which door?
Which door? 4 would be fine this time. I know I wanted to go through this door and during the first playthrough, but because I wanted to get the safe ending first, I didn't go through there. But now, it's a perfect time to just do that.
I'll go through door 4 with Lotus, Santa, and June. There's
Yep.
nothing to worry about. I just need to stay by her side.
Yeah. June, Akane Kuraski.
This should be fine. It's no problem this way. I should see the other 4 off.
Yep. He made no shows of affection, but Junpei saw her as something more than just a friend from his childhood. Yep. That's
Looks like
true
Ace
too.
and the others are going.
Mm-hmm. He watched the other 4 walk towards their door. Ace, Snake, Clover, and 7. Junpei said nothing as they left. Bye-bye. Oh well, he didn't say anything, but, well, I'm not him. Before long they had reached door 5. They talked to one another for a few seconds, saying things Junpei couldn't hear, and then laid their hands one by one on the scanner panel of the rat. Whee.
Now then.
It's just weird not having text boxes. Ace grabbed the lever, his face tight with determination. He turned over his shoulder to look at Junpei and his companions. Oh, you've been playing Undertale then?
Goodbye.
Well, can't be because Undertale came out way after this game. Well, originally that is. Be careful, yeah. My nose is itching again. Ew. As Ace pulled... Sorry about that. As Ace pulled the lever, the door swung open in the mouth of a great, hungry beast. Let me drink some tea while you enjoy the cutscene.
So horrible.
Beyond the door, Junpei knew lay the sad remains of the ninth man. It did not surprise him that Ace, Clover and Seven hesitated. The body was not a pleasant thing.
What are you doing? We need to hurry.
Well, you can't see anything. Snake had no such problems, as his blindness made him immune to the horror. Well, but I think you could still smell... I don't know. Yeah, I think I talked about this before, that the smell is really, really horrible. He stepped through the door, his feet making a wet splash in the pool of blood.
Snake, your shoes.
It's fine. Hurry! Or are you planning on dying with everyone else? I assume you haven't forgotten the door only remains open for 9 seconds, have you?
Well, those are over a long time ago, actually.
Sorry, Snake.
Come on
Let's
in.
go.
The 3 remaining steeled themselves and stepped through the door. Whee! Bye-bye. Door 5 swung shut, closing with the heavy finality of metal upon metal. Junpei and his companions scrambled to the door.
Hey! How is it over there? Did you find anything? At least say something, will you?
Something's beeping.
Yeah?
It's just like before.
Probably the sound of the detonator on the bracelet.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think they're okay?
Yeah, of course there are. June's face showed her concern more plainly than her words ever could. Almost as though in response to a question, a voice rang out from the other side of the door. It was Seven.
There it is! That's gotta be that dead thing! Come on, get over here! We gotta authenticate!
There we go.
Beeping stopped.
Yep. The sighs of relief were audible even through the heavy door.
Looks like it stopped.
Junpei and his companions leaned away from the door and breathed a collective sigh of relief of their own.
Hey, guys! Are you doing alright over there?
They heard Seven's voice, but it wouldn't hurt to be sure.
Yes, we're fine.
Despite the recent danger, Clover's voice was as bubbly as ever. I don't know, Clover's voice reminds me of somebody. I don't know, as if I've heard it before.
Oh, hey, I'm gonna tell you about this whole dead thing, okay? The
Yep.
dead is just like the red, but the color's different. You know how the red was red? Well, the dead is blue.
Oh. I just thought about, well, the red is red and the dead is dead, of
Other
course,
than
but
that,
no.
It's just like the red. Authenticating is the same too.
Awesome! Thanks. That helps a lot.
Well, we should probably move on now. You
Oi.
be careful out there.
Roger that.
Enjoy your stay. Junpei and the others left door 5 and headed towards door 4.
Now it's our turn. I'll go first.
Yep, let's go in. They stood in front of the red and placed each of their hands upon it. 5, 3, 8, and 6. 4 asterisks appeared on the screen. Junpei grabbed the lever and turned around.
We ready?
Yeah.
Sure.
Let's go. None of them looked particularly optimistic, but their faces were set. Junpei nodded to them and turned back towards the red.
Alright, let's go.
With strength and determination, he pulled the lever. There we go. So we finally see what's behind door number 4. The 4 of them leapt through the door together. The moment they had passed through it, each heard a cold electronic sound coming from their left wrist.
Damn.
In the center of each bracelet, a red skull appeared and began
It's
to
counting
flash.
down.
The detonator's countdown had begun. in a long moment that each of them spent staring at their wrists. The door closed. The numbered door behind them closed, the sound of metal on metal reverberating down the hallway.
We can't go back!
Smartass.
We need to hurry and find the device.
Hey! Where the hell is the dead?
How would I know?
Don't give me that crap! Start looking!
I already am!
They began to run, eyes looking frantically for the device that was the key to their salvation. The hallway they found themselves running down was a long one, easily 300 feet in length. On the right side of it stood a series of wooden doors, all nearly identical. If they had taken time to think, they would likely have discerned that the doors led to cabins.
Don't tell me the dead is in one of those rooms.
Oh no! How many rooms do you think there are?
Junpei was too frightened to count properly, but at this best guess, there were 7 or 8 of them.
Fuck! We don't have time to count.
Junpei ran to the nearest door.
We just need to open them all.
Then open. He grabbed the knob and shook it hard.
It won't open.
It didn't feel locked, more like someone had hammered an iron plate over the other side of the door. Junpei turned around to find another door and saw that his companions had already run 2 doors of their own. They did not seem to be having any success than he had. Their own words confirmed his fears.
Shit, this one's no good.
Same here. It's not moving!
June was the last to speak up. As Junpei looked in her direction, his eye caught something he hadn't noticed before. A small red blinking
There it
light.
is, at the end of the hallway.
Whee! Run! Even as he yelled, he ran. He grabbed Santa, Lotus and June and pulled them toward the light. Santa called out to them as he ran.
Hey, how many more seconds do we have?
How would I know?
I don't know,
Our time limit is 81 seconds!
I know that, goddammit!
but how many of them are
Asking you how
left?
many seconds we have left?
In all likelihood, Junpei figured nearly a minute had already passed since the door had closed behind them. If that was true, urgency foremost in all of their minds, they arrived at the end of the hallway. The dead sat on the left wall, blinking almost tauntingly at them.
Hurry! It's the dead! Get over here!
Junpei grabbed hold of the machine, his hands slick with sweat and shaking. He slammed his hand against the scanner panel. There we
Come
go.
on, everyone!
The other 3 quickly followed suit. Now pull the lever. With a grunt, Santa yanked the lever downward. Whee! That was close. Yep. Did the other group also have such a hard time finding the dead during the first playthrough? I can't remember.
Looks like it stopped.
I think the group who goes through door number 5 is always the first group then. His hands beginning to steady, Junpei wiped away some of the sweat that had bedded on his forehead. As they caught their breath, the 4 companions began to look around.
There's another door at the end of the hallway.
You're right in front of it. Probably you're all sitting somewhere here and catching your breath. Why would you say that? Oh, there's another door at the end of the hallway. It's just in front, right? Also, I find it interesting that the game calls the 4 of them the 4 companions. He could see a heavy-looking set of double doors. Set into the walls of the hallway on either side of the larger door were 2 smaller ones.
Let's try this one first.
Nope.
And of course it won't open.
Why would it open? How many times had he come across similar doors with similar results, he wondered. Or perhaps, he corrected himself, more a lack of results. Whatever the reason, the door remained firm and unyielding and refused to allow Junpei or anyone else passage. Because a door never yields. Comment down below if you get the reference.
A keyhole.
Yep. Above the keyhole was a small symbol engraved in the brass, What was it again? Not Venus. Jupiter? No.
What's this mark? Male?
Yeah, I know it's male. But other than that, I only know the sun and the earth. He wasn't quite sure what to make of it and stared at it for a moment in confusion. It was June that corrected him.
No, not exactly. That's probably the symbol of Mars.
Mars, of course.
Well, technically, they are the same symbol. But I saw a number of similar symbols near the main stairway. The symbols of the solar system.
Yep.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, now that you
The
mention
sun.
it. The sun and...
Saturn.
Yeah, by the elevators.
And Earth.
Earth.
At least that's what I'm assuming.
So this isn't the man symbol. It's a symbol for Mars?
Yep.
I think so, yes.
I see. Wait, where's Santa?
Had disappeared. Yay. Well, he probably went through one or the other door. They turned to find him some distance down the hallway. He had gone to check the other doors. Eventually he reached the last of them and jogged back. It took him only a moment to catch his breath again.
Yeah, so, I looked the place over. Here's the deal. None of the other doors open.
Then that must
Hey.
mean...
We only have 2 more doors.
Yep, let's try those. Lotus examined the doors on either side of the larger double door. Each one had a metal plate attached to it.
Maybe it's the room number.
The door on the left has a B92.
Yeah.
And the one on the right says B93. All right, let's open them. I'll open B92.
Okay, I'll get B93 then.
And 3, 2, 1. Junpei put his hand on the doorknob, and Santa moved to the other door. They made it through the numbered door alive. There was nothing more to be afraid of. Junpei and Santa looked at each other and nodded. Well, at this point in the game, they don't know that the nunnery game isn't meant to kill anybody. So they should be afraid of something. I mean, they don't know yet that the puzzles shouldn't be dangerous. I certainly would be afraid if I didn't have such knowledge.
1, 2, 3!
In unison, they pushed against their respective doors and promptly found themselves in a new room. June followed Junpei as he threw open his door. They turned around and saw that the other door on the other side was open as well. Through the door was another person, his mouth agape. It was Santa.
Hey, it opened.
It opened, yes. What
Yeah.
a surprise.
It did.
Junpei and Santa looked at each other.
I didn't expect that.
It was so easy.
Yeah, it was really easy. Lotus' calm voice broke into their thoughts.
Maybe this is all part of Zero's plan. I can't say I enjoy being treated like someone's puppet.
Yep, me neither. As he headed for room 93, Lotus
Well,
continued.
now we have these 2 rooms. I'm sure there's something in there that will help us get out of here.
Yeah, I
Let's
hope
find
so.
it.
Well, I don't hope so. I know that it is
Santa and
the
I
way.
will search this room. You 2 take the other one.
All right.
Okay.
We'll do that. Oh, wow. So, seek a way out. Here is our room. We're here. Well, it's actually... It consists of multiple rooms, if we can say that. Also, these pictures. I don't know if you can see it, but at least I had a great struggle to see what they meant. But I think we'll get to that later. This is kind of a weird looking picture. Do you think it's an abstract painting or something? It looks kind of like a demon with an elephant-like nose. Oh, you're talking about this thing then? Sucking on a human being's brain. Where the hell did that come from? What's her brain made of? Can't say I'd mind finding out a little more about what goes on in there. there's a vase. That vase looks expensive. I wonder how much we could get for it. Are you gonna steal it? I don't think that would be any good, but... Well, we found some matches. Maybe we need to make a fire. Junpei looked down blankly at what he was holding, then up at June.
Oh yeah, how's your fever? You feeling better now?
Yes, I'm fine.
June certainly looked fine.
Let me see your forehead.
Junpei held his hand on her forehead for a few seconds.
Guess it really has gone down.
Yeah, and June's fever outbreaks are kind of weird.
Are you worried about me?
Guess I am.
Yeah, I guess I am.
June blushed and giggled.
By the way, Jumpy? How did you end up here?
What do you mean? I told you earlier, didn't I?
Yeah?
There was a man with a gas mask when you got home at night. You inhaled some white smoke and passed out. When you woke up, you were on D-Deck.
Yep.
Damn straight.
But is that really the truth?
What?
Jumpy, are you hiding something from me?
What are you talking about?
Why would I?
Well, if you think about it, this is awfully suspicious.
What are you talking
Why
about?
would two childhood friends bump into each other in a place like this?
You tell
Hey,
me.
I could ask you the same thing. Are you hiding something?
What would I hide?
Well, I don't know. Anything. I mean, you're hiding it. How would I know?
Well, then, how would two siblings meet up in here?
You mean like the number of men I've dated?
Seriously? Junpei's heart stumbled over
Do you
itself.
want to know?
He had to admit he was a little
Don't
curious. She smiled at
Only
him.
18. Times 0.
You jerk! You
Yeah,
jerk!
I guess I just haven't met Mr. Right yet.
June looked a little embarrassed and scratched the back of her head in a desperate attempt to seem nonchalant. That's a Japanese thing to do, scratch the back of one's head.
Yeah, I see.
Junpei coughed quietly in much the same way.
Anyway, I'm not hiding anything. Just like you, Jumpy.
Then why would you ask me such a question?
When I woke up, I was on D-Deck.
Well, you do have a point. I mean, why did Zero pick us? We haven't seen each other since elementary school.
I wonder.
June nodded, and for a few moments she had the faraway look of someone in deep
Look for
thought.
what connects the victims. That will lead you to the culprit. Do you
Yeah?
remember Seven saying something like that?
I don't remember him saying that because it's a long time ago, but it's basic logic, I guess.
I do.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think this must all have something to do with a classmate of ours.
You got any ideas who it might be?
No, nothing.
Oh,
Great.
Well, if it had something to do with school, then it could be one of our teachers or maybe the principal.
But what about the others?
or the janitor, or the lunch lady.
Or the gardener? It's always the gardener, right?
No, I can barely remember any of them.
Yeah, I know.
Why do you know? Why do you know that? You can't know if someone else can remember, right? Junpei went back to searching, feeling unpleasant and confused. Elementary school. Elementary school. Was there anything strange that had happened in elementary school? As he searched the room, he continued to rack his brain. Yep. And before his brain gets jammed, I will stop this episode here. And let's find out how we can escape this room and what the other room has to do with this one. Because, yeah, it's quite a difficult thing. I couldn't see it as a child, this picture. I think I'll show you in the next episode what I mean. So, thanks everybody so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Until then, stay true to yourselves.